Hello, hello. When you jump into the unknown, you prove you are free. Francis Ford Coppola. You prove you are free. Somehow that jumping in the unknown and the freedom, I don't know, it just surprised me. All over again. And I wanted to mention too that we missed doing a reading on the 1111 portal. So I thought, as a kind of follow-up, to look at what's on the other side, the glimpse of the thing on the other side, and how did we get to that jumping off place? Because I think that's what that freedom is the freedom to change, to go through the portal, to enter into the unknown. Because we're doing that every minute. Whether we're going to the same job or back home to the same partner, or, our same old routine as a single person, or the sameness sometimes of being a parent. Tying back in the days when they had laces, you had to have to tie your kids' shoes all the day. I once worked in a daycare, and that's all I did basically was hand out carrot sticks and tie people's shoes. When you jump into the unknown, you prove you are free. Okie dokie. Yeah, I almost turned us off, so maybe this will be a short one. I'd like to get a little bit better versed in stopping, when there are still things left to explore. Like the ellipsis, ... and that's where you pick it up. It's your story. You get to do with it what you will. You are free. And free will is a tricky thing, because there are always things that I don't want to say obstacles, but yeah, obstacles or timing questions, or a kind of triage of what matters in your life or your responsibilities. The jump. Eight of Pentacles. That's the daily work. That's the effort you put in every day to make something appear in your life. He's cranking out pentacles. It could be money, it could be artwork, it could be time spent with your kids, or at your job, or it's in 3D life. It does imply a bit of the daily grind. So let's see where that takes us. Two of Pentacles. I'm seeing it like as the coin toss. Somebody's been considering a decision for a long time, or maybe even what's the lesson here in this daily thing I'm devoting my life to, Pentacles. But it's almost like it's a toss-up, because both things are valuable. This person may feel a bit torn about where to invest their time. This is the work that's been done, having done the work card. So maybe now there's a question of what did I learn and what's next? Okay. What did we learn and what's next? I think two people are involved. This Two of Pentacles. Wow. She comes out a lot. Oh my gosh. She comes out a lot in Pentacles, in readings that are loaded with earth energy. This is the embodiment of that, a character that embodies those characteristics of authenticity, what you see is what you get, of caretaking, self-care and care of others, of creating abundance in their life, male or female. And it might be having done the work and established something stable, then there's this, what next? You know, you've earned the right to choose. Queen of Coins. It's somebody who, you know, when I say caretakes, it sort of sounds like they've sacrificed their life for somebody else. And Queen of Pentacles doesn't do that. She finds the balance between the two. It's as important to her, him, they, to maintain their stability, their personal stability, as it is to stabilize somebody else. Because they know there's no stabilizing yourself, the environment, or the other person unless those two are linked somehow. Okay. Judgment under Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles. So this is somebody rising right out of these guys are rising right out of their coffins. There's the call to new life. Rise up, live again. Pentacles are all about life and growth. And this is, I'm seeing almost like a second wind. You know, the game is not over. There are things ahead. Choices to be made about what next. And the universe is saying, you know, get up and go. You have a second wind. There's more life in you. And then we have bottom of the deck, Page of Coins. So minor arcana, you know, like the two, the eight, the page are those, never mind, I won't get into it. Just to say, this doubles down on 3D. It's minor arcana energy, most of it, and it's Pentacles energy. So it's really grounded. It's not like, whoa, we're going to float away. Except this is a little bit like we're going to float away. You know, rise up into our next incarnation, even just the next iteration of who we are now on the other side of the choice, the portal, that 1111. It's just an opportunity. What to enter into and equally what to let go of. Spirit, tell us about the choice. Okay. On Judgment, we have Seven of Wands. Well, it can be a card of resistance, of blocking. But I see it here because it's also a card of like taking the higher ground, the high road, having attained a kind of perspective that allows you to look down on what you've done, on what's been done to you, one's energy. So that high ground thing, it seems to me, dovetails nicely with this, which is that rising up. What is it, this Stevie Wonder? Till we reach the higher ground. I think it's a whole album called Higher Ground, and he's brilliant. keep on trying till we reach the higher ground. I mean, excuse me, I'm not going to try to sing it right now. Ace of Cups under Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles. You know, there's kind of the offer, the opportunity, the lesson, and then again, the offering. In 3D, something material that helps you with daily life, maybe. And this is Cups energy. Love, maybe principally self-love. Maybe that's kind of the key, the missing piece. And as I say that, I look down and there's the dove. You know, so haha, Spirit is making a little funny there. The missing piece, the missing piece. Because there are a lot of pieces here. That have been carved out. Maybe stages in your life. I'm getting the feeling this is an older individual. You know, a lot of years behind them. And so now, what next? Eight plus two. Eight of coins plus 2 of coins. 10 of coins. You know, it's approaching a kind of completion. Wow. Okay. On Ace of Cups, World card. Approaching kind of completion. This is Major Arcana, last card in that series of deep energy cause and effect. This is the wrapping up of a big cycle. This is the big portal. Capital B, big portal. Something we've accomplished, something we've passed through. It's a card of Capricorn too, so earth energy is being echoed again. On 8 of coins, Lovers. That can be a choice too. In some decks, in old decks in particular, this was called the choice. You know, the decision. It's a card of love, but it's also air energy. So again, there's that idea of higher. And I think it's called the choice, or at least I read it this way, that once you're out of the garden and into the 3D world, the corporate world, you have free will. There was no need to choose in the garden. Everything was provided for us. You know, in that analogy of that idyllic place, maybe even like an out-of-this-world home. So it's almost like the portal from one kind of home into another. And on the basis of your work, you have a choice that's going to, you know, involve a really important partnership. You've done all the work in your life, so you can really stand back and assess. I mean, assess sounds so cold. Okay, wait a minute. Here we go. Eight of Swords. That's surprising on Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, because this is somebody who's self-assured, who values themselves, who's authentic and real and present in their life. And this is Eight of Swords, somebody who feels trapped, thinks they're trapped, sword energy. They're up in their head. They've somehow thought themselves into a corner. So they think they're stuck. They're blindfolded. They're bound. But look how loose the binds are. There's this enormous opening. This person could think about perhaps their life a different way. They have free will to choose. Could be dealing with a Gemini or be a Gemini. That's sword energy. Or maybe a Capricorn. All this earth energy. So I see this now as the missing piece. What somebody needs to, the last little, you could say piece that fits in a wall, if you're building a wall. And I don't see the wall as like walling something out. It's just, it demarks a space. Demarks. A field stone wall, and you find the perfect stone that fits. The perfect stone that fits. On Page of Coins, 3 of Cups. It's almost like the missing piece is being surrounded by your friends. Or at least the missing piece is to grow maybe a bigger circle of connection. Because there's something about this it's so unconnected. This person thinks they're trapped. And I think they have a choice that involves like a higher perspective. Taking somehow the high ground. Okay, I don't know what that means. Let's see. Could this taking King of Swords. So there's that air energy again, which is about communication and thought and truth or the lack thereof. Does this go here? Okay. On 2 of Coins, the choice is that King of Swords. Well, he'd be able to, he's decisive. He, she, they. Somebody who operates logically, sometimes considered cold, but I don't get that here. He's clear about a decision. He's clear about a choice. He, she, they. Could be a Gemini. Eight of Pentacles in that crafty card, and 8 of Swords, put them together as 16, which is Tower. So with all these cards of stability, there's a suggestion of that undoing. But that could mean breaking out of the mental prison. This King of Swords may have made a choice to do that and to warm up, to head in the direction of love and connection, the direction of connection. They made that decision. Okay, tell us a little bit more about this King of Swords, please. Queen of Wands. Well, it could be that they're kind of like a Gemini, have the two sides of the coin. The two sides of, they're both operating as a highly intuitive feminine energy. I receive the vibes. You know, I don't have to take too much action by running around and trying to figure out what's happening. I just drop into my intuitive space and know in that way. And this individual may be doing that. They may be in that way like a Gemini energy of their twin selves, analytical, which is clear, you know, kind of about the outside, and balanced with this internal, intuitive insight, all those inwards. Or King of Swords could be involved with the Queen of Wands. So they can't even think about this Queen of Pentacles. They feel trapped. They think they're trapped. If they are messing with the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands would know it. Not intellectually, but she'd feel it. In the energy between them, she'd feel it. Between these two of coins. Two lives. Wow, here is caught in the... Tell us about this Queen of Wands. Can you clarify the role of that intuitive, creative, innovative, prideful, not prideful, but, you know, self-assured, has much to be proud of, let's put it that way, full energy. Also fire energy. This is Aries. And what was it I said? When you jump into the unknown, you prove you're free. That's exactly Fool energy. Jumping into the unknown, taking the risk. Like jumping into your life with both feet. In some assurance that you'll land you know, there'll be a long journey ahead, because this is just at the beginning, the baby of the tarot. And there's something about the beat of the drum, like marching to the beat of your own drum. You know, nobody bosses Queen of Wands around. She has her own, he, she, they, that's to be presumed, gender, whatever you want. She believes in herself. She has faith in her own life and her ability to land on her feet. And if it is this guy, the two faces of perhaps a Gemini, you know, by bringing those two together, the intuitive and the intellectual, by considering those two, they really have earned confidence. Because they're balanced. Two of Coins, balance. Lovers, balance. A balanced relationship, yin, yang, where by free will, choosing to be together, choosing both sides of yourself to be integrated, to come out of the mental confine, to prove that you're free. Oof, Seven of Swords. Boy, that's creepy sword energy. And literally creepy. This can be somebody sneaking. You know, I'm not going to explain it. I'm not going to announce it. I'm getting out of Dodge. And that might be what this leap is about. It could also be starting a whole new phase of your life. I mean, Fool, first card in Major Arcana. World card, last card in Major Arcana. So there's an enormous cycle happening here. It's another 7. 7 of Wands. Is 14. Is Temperance, balance. So tell us more about this 7 of Swords, because I don't... Sorry, I'm all crowded here. I don't get that. There's something this 7 of Swords person, who I think is the King of Swords, could be an air sign, not necessarily. In that consideration from the other side that we were talking about, it's getting a new perspective. You know, I've looked at life from both sides now, that kind of thing. It's love's illusion, I recall. I really don't know love at all. I think that this one doesn't have the words, and maybe not even the concepts. And they're taking this moment of stillness. Yeah, the Fool energy and Hangman are almost opposites, because Hangman is stopping to, it can be a lot of things, process feelings. It can be stopping because you're going to sacrifice one thing for another. You have to feel out which. Looking at it from both perspectives. Win and lose. Still somehow. It's a Joni Mitchell song. But it's taken time to figure something out. And not figure it in that mental way. Just feel it, allow. I think King of Swords doesn't really like to do that. But somehow they know in order to make this decision, that's what they have to do. Tell us about 7 of Swords. 2 of Swords. That's the need for a decision, but perhaps it's blocked somehow. Can't decide. So I'm just going to exit stage left. I don't know how to talk about this, so I'm not even going to try. And there's no reason to hold this character's feet to the fire and say, you must talk, you must talk. I mean, I've done that to people. You know, I don't care whether you know the answer or not, just, you know. And somebody's busy feeling it through, considering it from both sides. You know, there are all these cards of duality. Maybe somebody's trying to, because it's sword energy, understand this important decision about a really important relationship. And it can't be rushed. You know, there's that need to get out of the fray, get to higher ground, so you have some perspective. Another card of decision. It's all over this reading. Oh my. On 2 of this Hangman, 2 of Swords, 5 of Swords. That's a conflict. That's strife. That's an argument. Somebody may be trying to process their feelings about some decision that was made, or an inability to come to a consensus about something. Two of Swords. There's something irreconcilable about it. It's a war of words, maybe, or a clash of beliefs. A situation that's been fraught with misunderstanding, in that understanding aspect of Swords. And it brought everything to that Two of Swords crossroads, where there wasn't movement. There wasn't movement. But I think this was useful in a way because it gave this person the opportunity to stop and feel it through. Like the chrysalis in the cocoon, like the transformative thing that needs time to maybe even learn how to drop out of their feelings, drop out of their head into their feelings, which sounds awkward to me. But there's been a change in perspective. And it's almost like leaning toward the decision somehow is, this person is leaning toward one side or the other. Almost like pick your battles, choose sides. I don't really like the sound of that, but somebody's taking time to consider it. And it may be Queen of Coins saying, I don't know, I'm considering Two of Coins. This person's intentions. I'm trying to figure out how they think about this relationship. Do they think about it at all? Eight of Swords, Two of Swords, Five of Swords, Seven. There's a lot of challenging sword energy here that has to do with being trapped and blocked. And so there really needs to be a different perspective, a different approach. And it's the one that takes into consideration what we feel. Okay, having considered that, what's the deal? Is it this one? It is. Knight of Cups. That business of leaning toward a decision. Ace of Cups, Knight of Cups. Somebody's going to make an offer, and it's, an offer, it's affection, it's connection. It may start, Page of Coins, in the 3D as a friendship, just companionship, some sort of reunion. And it's interesting, I've never noticed it before, but there are these two people in the background kind of looking on, and one of them is wearing that fool's cap. I think it's like taking a chance on love, because a lot in the past, it was not good. It was blocked, it was argumentative, or somebody was manipulating, trying to make somebody, gaslighting or something, trying to make them, Two of Swords, you can't, I won't let you in, block, block. I'm not going to help you to understand. I'm basically barring the portal. And then there's this suspension while somebody, I think, tries to process their feelings. Why would I do that? Why am I blocking connection? Why am I up in my head? All these questions. Why? Why have I done it? What does it mean? And then there's this simplicity of Knight of Cups, movement. And on the board, it's movement toward this. Like joining the party. Somebody may have been also like a workaholic, 8 of Coins. They were trapped in their head thinking, this is the only choice I have. I just need to put the nose to the grindstone. And these are almost like the grindstones. You know, every day I'm here working, I'm working hard. And my work has gotten me somewhere. And I think the portal, love on the move, this person was riding through it. You know, for the opportunity for love and connection. And it's also self-love. Card of the self. Oh, 3 of Swords. Well, whoever's taking the action to make the love offer may be trying to make up for hurt in the past. I always see 3 of Swords as the memory of pain because it's sword energy. It's something that kind of embedded in the heart and then embedded in the brain. So there's something about summoning courage, summoning a momentum to take the leap. And the leap involves making an offer. And it's an offer to somebody who's been hurt. 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups in Major Arcana is 6, is Lovers. So this Knight of Cups person, who I think is also, interestingly enough, I think both the King of Swords and the Queen of Wands, this blend of intuition and clarity, you know, of vision, of decisiveness, is coming in with more than an apology. It's like if they had shut the door on something because they thought they were trapped, you know, they couldn't find a way out. Now they're finding a way out and into this other person's life. There could have been a third party, and because we do have 2 queens here. And 3s. 3 of Cups, 3 of Swords. Third party could be work. Remember I said the guy was a workaholic. The person might have been a workaholic. And not have known sword energy, how much that pushed the other person away. Blocked them, 2 of Swords. Created these sides. 5 of Swords, conflict. And there were deceptions and you know, are we talking about a third party here? There are choices involved, choices that need to be made. You know, to begin at the beginning. Really, this whole thing? Okay, I'm going to speed this up. Communications coming in. You know, where there were blocks, there's movement. Somebody's processed their feelings. And it may be about a situation that was hurtful and really painful separation involved. And here we go. Back and forth conversation. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, from this higher perspective. A card of loss, which dovetails with the heartbreak. Feeling of losing a connection, that maybe a choice was made that somebody felt left out. It could only accommodate two people. But somebody's moving on from that. Maybe it was the one who wasn't chosen and had a period of sadness. This sort of, I'm hung up on everything that went wrong. 5 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and the lies. But I'm leaping forward courageously into my own life. I mean, Queen of Wands would no more tolerate being undone if somebody failed to choose them, because they're very self-confident. Yeah, they're moving on right through the portal. They've made a decision to move forward. It may have taken a long time. Pentacles energy. Just keep going. Knight of Wands. You know, somebody may have been in and out. That sort of Knight of Wands energy. You know, a scattered, slightly immature, not making the choice. But then it could be the sudden inspiration, maybe on the basis of a conversation, you know, inspiration, Wands energy, that we can move forward, that I can move forward. Take the leap into my own life. I think maybe the Queen of Wands person is saying, that's okay. You know, I have a lot of life to live, and if you don't choose me, so be it. A life of lies, a life of strife and argument. Kind of, you know, I don't have time for that. Who needs that? I don't need that. Keep your lies. So what's the conversation about? Well, there might not be one. Hermit. That's turning inward. All these Wands energies of outward, you know, of directional, let's go through the portal. Let's talk about it. Let's have this conversation. They're saying look for the other 9. I don't see another 9. Nine of Cups. It was in my hand. I love tarot. You know, this could be this Queen of Wands saying, I have self-love. 9 of Cups, the individual. Hermit, 9 card in Major Arcana. My deepest wisdom is that I need to love myself. And maybe, you know, love my kids. Love who I'm connected to. Love that circle of friends. Because I know who I am. Queen of Pentacles. I mean, the energies are flowing, and I don't know if this is 2 aspects of one person, if there are 2 people involved, or if there are 3 people. It seems like a crowded field. But it comes back to choose. The choice is what makes me happy. What keeps me centered in my own life. Hermit energy. Something that goes the distance from the Fool to the World card. Maybe looking for a life partner. But I'll find it where I'm happy. 9 of Cups. Not in this place of strife and struggle and lies and blocks. And, you know, I think Queen of Wands is if that's another person, I think they're out. And not in a way that full of recrimination. Just a parting of the ways. I'm not sure. Chime in. And it'll be different for all of you. It's not like there's one template that's going to fit everybody. Certainly not. But maybe you can find your story within this fairly long and inconclusive. I hand it over to you, and I'll see you next time.